episode of Iron Ryan's Zombie Bytes. So, we've all wondered how and what we would be like if we ever stumbled into a zombie outbreak. But 9 times out of 10, I can guarantee you we all talk the talk, we can't walk the walk. Well, on the 12th of July, for my birthday, thank you, I found myself in a mall with 18 other survivors, finding out what it would actually be like to cope with the undead. With all the shops going under due to the recession, a company called Zed Events have risen like a zombie phoenix out of the credit crunching ashes and made use of an abandoned mall in Reading. From the very moment I saw the zombie response van parked outside, not all the films, not all the games could have prepared me for what I had in store. I think, tackling this on my own, I wouldn't be telling you the truth if I told you I wasn't scared. The thought, here's another fine mess you got yourself into, Ryan. It popped in my head a few times. But as soon as the doors closed behind me, I knew it was up like Donkey Kong. I'm not going to tell you how or why the dead are coming back to life. I'm not going to ruin it for you. There's no spoilers in this, because I found out the hard way, and so should you. All I can say is what I've learned from my experience. A few things like, 1. A zombie apocalypse is not like a computer game. You can't carry a load of things on your back like I've got here. You know, it's daft. I've got a shotgun that requires 2 hands to hold, and then I've got a torch that's strapped to my chest plate. I can't be holding all this stuff. Pick your feet up when you run. This may not apply to everyone, but I fell twice trying to give it legs upstairs. This made it very hard to get back up. I had a load of panicked people scuttling past me. Luckily, I wasn't left for dead. Someone I had teamed up with dragged my sorry ass up, just as this skyscraper of an armoured Zed came stumbling at us. Which leads me on to my next one. 3. Shoot the legs of an armoured Zed. Don't waste your ammo, tan him in the chest. Or in the head, that isn't going to work. You can't do that. Take his kneecaps out instead. Then you'll see him drop. 4. Double doors. Open them both. More often than not, there'll be a Zed hidden behind one of the doors. There isn't much wiggle room in a door's width, so you're pretty much screwed if a zombie gets you behind a door. 5. If it seems like a bad idea, it probably is, and could also be a stupid mistake. 6. A few good people is better than a load of clueless scared people. Times I've spent trying to convince people to keep moving or get thrown about in a sea of panic. 7. Be very aware of your surroundings. In all panic, it is easy to get lost and find your way back to the safe room. Also, use the reflections of shop windows to scout round corners. All these tips, amongst others, I picked up through the story. Led by 2 special trained policemen, we were all briefed and given weapon trainings. The actors had me totally hooked. I lost myself in this zombie world and found myself believing every word that they said. All credit to them for being a big part of the experience. After dealing with the dead for a good 2 hours, I found myself getting a little bit more braver, a little bit more cocky, perhaps, and getting back into zombie-slaying state of mind. This newfound cockiness led me into the basement, torch off, all by myself. After all, arriving to the event on my own, people had got suspicious of me and thought I could betray them. So there was this time that I split up from the group, and I was walking down this dimly lit corridor where there were pitch black rooms at either side. Every second I spent down there, I knew what risk I was taking. A Zed could have just easily jumped out of any of those rooms. But then a quick flicker of lights came round the corner, like a bunch of fairy elephants, alerting every Zed in ear and eye shot. I didn't care to hang around to see what all the fuss was about, so I stumbled up another set of staircases. Remember that this was a mall. It was very obvious that not everything had been cleared out and looted. For instance, in the control room, there was a giant stuffed penguin from a toy shop or something. But it was like 6 foot high. How it ended up there, God knows. But I felt obliged to get him back to the safe room. Plus I thought it'd be pretty funny to just see a giant stuffed penguin going through a zombie apocalypse. The only problem was, when I found the room, I was a little distracted with all the zombie killing. So, like, I got to the room and it was like when you go upstairs and you're like, oh, why am I up here? So, yeah, I left the poor guy behind. Apparently, after on Facebook I typed it in, you know, oh no, we've forgotten the giant penguin, but they let me know, and they replied, good old Zombie Events, and this is what happened to it. So I spent most of my time looking for more ammo in the mall. This is what my main priority was. It was clear there was a few more stories to be had. But a few days have passed now, and it's definitely left me wanting more. The best experience of my life, other than, you know, getting married and kids being born, only I'd shoot zombies a million more times over. I'll get to do it again, and next time, I'll be ready for them. But yeah, bring it on!